What is up, YouTube? I'm Effervescent, and today we're going over the best graphic settings for Modern Warfare 2. Let's jump right into it, starting off with our display settings. So if you're on PC, you want to make sure that you have this set to full screen exclusive. This is going to tell your computer to prioritize this application, and you will get the best frame rate using this setting. But you also want to make sure that your refresh rate matches your monitor. And one way to do that is to select the auto option. For some reason, it doesn't default to auto, but I would select auto because if your frame rate is lower, it doesn't matter what other settings you do. Even if the game says you're getting 200 frames per second, if your refresh rate of your monitor is 60, that's all the most you can get. We're going to turn off dynamic resolution. We're going to keep our aspect ratio at automatic. We're going to turn off VSync, and then we're going to set a custom frame rate limit. So if you click show more here, we're going to set our custom frame rate limit to whatever our refresh rate is of our monitor. So mine's 165. I got it set to 165. And then we're going to tell it how many frames we want to get in the menu. And I would recommend setting this a little bit lower. It gives your GPU a little bit of a break when you're playing around in your settings menu or at the home menu. I don't set mine as low as some people. I put mine at 90 just because it's a big jump from, say, 35 frames per second to 165. So I don't let it go down too low, and then your out of focus frame rate, I just left default at 30. Our display gamma is going to be at 2.2 if you're on a monitor, and 2.4 if you are using a TV. And then brightness, I have it at 56. That's going to be personal preference. I really wouldn't put this above 60. And then focus mode off. So that's going to do it for the display settings. Now let's go over to the quality tab. We're going to do custom quality presets. You want to make sure your render resolution is at 100. Otherwise, you're not getting the most out of your graphics. And if you start up your game and it looks terrible, most likely this is reset. I started up my game yesterday and it was at 30 and the game looked terrible. So check this first if you notice a big difference in your graphics. Upscaling and sharpening. We're going to set this to Fidelity FX CAS. And this basically upscales the image. Anti-aliasing, we're going to have at T2X. Then I have this on normal. You can turn this down on low. I've seen really good performance at normal. And then your video memory scale, this is just telling it how much of your VRAM it can take. And so I turned that all the way up to 90. You can see I'm nowhere near that. Texture resolution, normal. Texture filter is normal. You can see here, texture resolution has a high effect on VRAM and a medium effect on CPU. So if you're having any type of issues with performance, start out with your texture resolution. Nearby level of detail I have on high. Again, if you want a little bit more performance, you can throw this on low. I just don't want the game to look completely terrible. You'll see a lot of streamers out there that have everything at lowest settings, and that's fine. This really doesn't show that it has any effect on your VRAM usage or your GPU usage, so I left it on high. Distant level of detail, low. Clutter draw distance, short. Particle quality, I have on low. Particle quality level, low. Again, this has a very low impact on your actual VRAM usage. Particle quality, as it shows, is just going to be like your explosions and things like that. It makes it look a lot smoother. I don't really care about that, to be honest. Bullet impacts and sprays, this is going to be personal preference. I like seeing the bullet impacts like it shows here, but that's going to be up to you. Shader quality. So this is going to have a medium impact on your GPU. This is mainly your shadow and your surfaces. So I turned mine on medium. Tessellation, near. Terrain memory, minimum. On-demand texture streaming. If you have bad internet or average internet, I would turn this off because this is downloading image packages while you're playing the game and it's saving it onto your computer. So if you have very average or low quality internet service, I would turn this off because it is going to slow you down. Streaming quality, low. Volumetric quality, I put this on medium. It has a medium impact. Again, that's going to be personal preference. Deferred physics quality low, water caustics. I have this on just because I think it'd be cool. It just makes the water in the game look better. Shadow map resolution. So this has a pretty decent impact on your performance. I put this on normal. If you are trying to push for more performance, I would go ahead and throw this on low. Screen space shadows is really unnecessary. I turn that off. Spot shadow quality, I put on medium. Again, you can drop this down to low and probably get some extra performance. Spot cache, I turn this on low. As you can see, this has a very high impact on VRAM usage. Particle lighting, normal. Again, this is going to be your special effects and things like that. Ambient occlusion, I turned off. This literally just makes things look a little more dynamic in the game. Just turn that off. Screen space reflections off. Static reflection quality, again, it has a medium impact on VRAM. I just put that on low. Weather grid volumes, low. NVIDIA reflex low latency. So if you are in a CPU bound situation, and I would recommend doing the benchmark testing that Modern Warfare 2 has, if it shows a considerable bottleneck on from your CPU, I would put this on plus boost. I just have mine on because I'm not currently bottlenecked. Depth of field off. World motion blur, there's no reason to have this. This just makes things blurry when you turn your camera, which I'm not sure why. Weapon motion blur off. Film grain 0. That's going to be the graphics settings for MW2. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions and if these settings worked for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, consider leaving a like and a sub on the channel. Thank you guys for watching.